What's going on YouTube? It's Gary, back again as always, and as I promised, I was going to do some reviews for you guys today, so I'm going to get to that. But before I do, I went to 2nd and Charles this morning, which I haven't been to in a very long time because I've been without a job, but now that I've got a job back, I figured I'd catch up on some back issues, and so that's what I did. So I'm going to show those off first, and then I'll do some reviews I didn't get to read as many books as I would have liked to, but I did read a handful, and I'll do reviews on those as soon as I show off the back issues that I picked up today. Before I get to the back issues, actually, I picked up a trade, and it's called Whiteout Melt, and it is written by Greg Rucka, and the artwork is Steve Leiber. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. Very excited to read this book. Artwork is all black and white, and it's got an introduction by Bendis. If you guys don't know who Bendis is, he's written a lot of shit. Currently, he's doing the new X-Men, Marvel Now. He's doing the all-new X-Men. I believe he may be on a couple other titles as well. But he's written a lot. So when I saw that name and I saw I saw Rucka's name, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up. I was reading the back, reading the reviews. I pulled up some reviews on my phone, and I was like, you know what? It's only $4. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And the last thing I did before I looked at it was read the introduction. And I turned to the very first page, and this is what made me buy this book. I turned to the first page, and I realized whoever owned this before, because at 2nd and Charles, you can either like trade in books, get store credit, and get other books, or you can get cash for your books. So evidently, a guy named Ken traded this in, because if you look on the very first page, it is first edition, August of 2000. And when you look on the very first page, it is signed by both Rucka and by the artist Leiber. So when I saw that, I was like, yep, gotta pick it up, gotta pick it up. Even though it does have Ken's name in it, it doesn't really bother me as long as, you know, his signature is there. I thought it was cool. I'm definitely going to try to go down to Heroes Con this coming year, and hopefully Rucka will be there. Not sure. Haven't seen the list of who's going to be there, if there is even a list yet. So, very stoked to read this. I'll do a review on it once I'm done. It's a very thin book. Shouldn't take but maybe a couple, I don't know, like an hour or less. So I'll be doing a review on this shortly. Alright, so to the back issues, now that I've wasted 3 minutes of y'all's time. First one I got was the Avengers #9, and I got this simply because of the cover. This is also written by Bendis, artwork by Romita Jr., and you got Thanos' hand with the gems and the lights coming up. Fucking Thor and the Hulk up. I thought the artwork was really cool. Don't really have any from this series of the Avengers, so had to pick it up. Also, Deadpool #32, which I didn't have. Don't mind these stickers, I just haven't taken them off yet. Almost all the books that I picked up, if not all the books that I picked up, were $1 or less. Deadpool Team Up, guest starring Captain Britain. And then I picked up a bunch of Ecstatics books. I'm trying to complete my run. I have #1, so I picked up #2, #5, #6, 7. I absolutely love this cover. #8, such an amazing cover. All the covers of this series rule, but 9. I'm missing 10, but I picked up 11. And 12. I'm not sure how far this series goes, how many books, but I got quite a few of them. 13. 14 with Spider-Man on the front. 15. You guessed it. 16. Another awesome cover. All of them pinned there to the dartboard. 17. 18. And number 19, another awesome cover. So that's all the ecstatics that I picked up. I have about 5 already, so I think I'm missing 10, and then whatever comes after 19. I'm not sure how many it goes. I also picked up a whole bunch of amazing Spider-Mans, issues ranging from 500 to near current. So I'll show those in a bit, but I wanted to show some independent stuff I picked up. The main reason I went into Second and Charles today was to try to find some single issues of Y the Last Man, which if you haven't seen what that looks like, or haven't read it, which I highly suggest that you do, here is the first book of Y the Last Man. Nice hardback. It's actually, if you get the softback, it's number 1 and 2, but they collect number 1 and 2 into this hardback. It's hardcover. So, that my intentions were to go in there, and I knew that they had some last time that I went about a month ago. They had number 1 through number 10, not a month ago, a few months ago. And at the time, I didn't know what Y Last Man was, so I didn't pick it up. Me being an idiot. Number 1 normally goes for like 50 or 60 bucks. They had it there for $1. And after I found out what Y Last Man was and read the first hardback trade, I was like, yep, got to go in there and get them. And when I went in there and got them, I went in there to get them. They weren't there anymore. I checked every single long box there was and all the tables that were full of comics, and there was nowhere to be found. But I found some other cool stuff. I'll start off with the Grendel stuff that I got. Grendel War Child, number 1. They had 1 through 10. I just picked up number 1. I'll go back and get the other 9 issues another day. Grendel Black and White and Red, number 1. Now book 1, book 2, and book 3. And these don't tell you what number book is on the cover, so you actually have to open it up and see what book number it is. I'm not sure how many of these there are. I think there might only be 3, so I may have all 3. And I have a lot of Grendel stuff collected in the omnibus. But the thing is that the lettering is so little in this that it's hard for me to read. I'm sure it's hard for anybody to read. So I'm going to have it all collected here, but I'm glad to pick up some single issues so that I can read them and enjoy the artwork inside. The artwork in Grendel is unbelievable. I love the artwork. So very excited to pick up some single issues. I'm going to have to go buy the rest of them next time I go. Hopefully they'll still be there. Also picked up Kick-Ass 2, issue 6. I actually don't own any single issues of Kick-Ass, so when I see them, I'm trying to pick them up. I've seen them tons of times for sale, but I've just never picked them up. I figured I might as well. Also, I've heard a lot of good things about Northlanders, so I picked up number 38, which is part of the Siege of Paris storyline. Also, Northlander's Metal, number 33. And number 32. Awesome covers. As well as number 37, the Siege to Paris storyline as well. So I definitely want to collect all the single issues of Northlanders as well as get the trades. I'll probably be picking up the first trade this coming Wednesday or maybe the following, or Thursday, I'm sorry, not Wednesday. I work all day Wednesdays, so if you didn't watch my last video, I'll be doing my comic calls on Thursdays from now on, and hopefully Mondays I'll be doing reviews like I'm trying to do today. Sorry, it's going to be kind of a long video because it's reviews and also a haul. Also picked up, I'm trying to get everything that Brian Wood has done because his writing is fucking phenomenal. So I picked up Fight for Tomorrow, issue number 6. Haven't read any of these, don't know what it's about, but I saw Brian Wood's name and I figured I'd pick it up. I also picked up number 1 of Pigeons from Hell. Just like the cover, I like the name. So I'm going to read that, see what it's all about. It's number 1 of 4 by Joe Lansdale. And I also picked up 2 issues of Scout. Number 5 and number 5 and number 3. So I would love to collect these as single issues as well as the trades. And then one more independent book. It's an Icon comic book, and it's called, I picked it up because of who wrote it, which is Ed Brubaker, and it's called Incognito, Bad Influences. I've seen the trade of this. I always thought it looked good. Never picked it up and read it. So I saw the single issue and I figured I might as well go ahead and get it. Especially because it's number 1. Ed Brubaker, you can't really go wrong with his stuff either. So, lastly, I got some Amazing Spider-Man books. I'm going to go ahead and show those off real quick. 571. These are all just fillers, trying to fill in my Amazing Spider-Man collection. 577 with the Punisher. 578. And these are all Mark Waid books, with most of them with Romita Jr. Not this one, but a lot of the ones I'm going to show have Romita Jr. artwork. Rodriguez artwork. 582. Sorry about that glare. It's killing me. 585. Yeah, there's Romita Jr. artwork here. 586. 587. Some more Romita Jr. artwork. 588. I'm pretty sure that I already had this one, but I picked it up just in case. And I may have a double of it, whatever. 589. Return of the Spot. Oh no, my computer locked out. Excuse me for that. 590. 591. Fantastic Four. 659. Right before the Spider Island. 660. 663. And I was super stoked when I saw the cover of this one. I do not have the Ends of the Earth storyline, So I had to grab this, and I was super stoked because I know on eBay it goes for like 10 bucks or so. But I got it for $1, so I was stoked on that. Not a big deal, but you know, every dollar counts. And it is number 682, Ends of the Earth. Band in the background, Killing the Dream. That's an album called Fractures. If you like heavy music, they broke up a couple years back, but they're really worth checking out. Killing the Dream. Amazing Spider-Man 686. Sorry, that's that ADD kicking in. I'm kind of all over the place. But I believe this is the last issue of Ends of the Earth. I may be wrong on that. Don't quote me. Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said shit. And the last Amazing Spider-Man book I picked up was number 670. Spider Island. Part of Spider Island. Which I think started with 666. Might be 665. But those are Amazing Spider-Mans that I didn't have that I wanted to fill in with that part of my collection. Okay, so that about does it for the stuff I bought today. I bought 50 or 55 issues. So I was like, sweet, let's do it. All for $1 a piece. Well, not quite $1 a piece. The girl that rang me up, she knows I have a girlfriend. My girl comes in with me often, but she's always very flirtatious. So, she always hooks me up. So, I'm not ratting on her. Don't call Second and Charles. Just letting you know. I didn't quite pay $1 for these. Anyways, on to some reviews. All New X-Men, number 1. I think number 2. I think I have number 2. I just read number 1 though. On Friday or Saturday. This was a fucking great book. The artwork inside was great. Obviously written by Bendis. It's going to be pretty damn good. Basically, the storyline is it's a new team of X-Men consisting of Kitty Pryde, Cyclops, Magic, Angel, Magneto's in it. And they're going around finding mutants that have just learned of their new powers. And they're going to be coming to the school for training and how to use their powers for the good. So it should be a very exciting book. Definitely looking forward to number 2 and 3 and 18 and 58. I'm thinking about starting to rate books, you know, like 1 through 10. If I had to rate this, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I would definitely say go pick it up if you haven't been reading. If you maybe just collect old and you're just watching videos to see what's going on, I highly suggest you pick this up. This is definitely one of the Marvel Now titles that I see going somewhere. Another one that I really dig a lot is Iron Man. Iron Man number 2 is very, very good. If you didn't read number 1, basically, was it 5 people got a hold of, man, I haven't read this in a few days, was it Expendus? I'm an idiot. I should have pre-read this before I did a review on it. But basically, it's a technology that could completely destroy the world if in the wrong hands. So he's got to go to these 5 different people and try to get it back from them. Expendus, Expendus. And so he goes to visit the chick on the front cover. And basically, they went to school together, and he ruined her life by beating her technology in school, and no one would ever take her seriously again. So he had to fight off all of these other wannabe Iron Man. That's what I got out of it, at least. He had to fight off 4 or 5 different people in suits similar to Iron Man's. He beat all of them, took the technology back from her, and that was the end of this book. Wolverine Max. This was fucking good. This is another book. If you haven't been checking it out, go pick up number 1 and number 2. It's Wolverine. If you haven't read number 1, he basically was in an airplane that crashed. He lost his memory. He has no clue who he is. In this one, he's learning about the powers that he possesses, and obviously his claws. And there's a woman that was on the plane with him, and he's trying to figure out who the fuck she was, and maybe if he can figure out why she was on the plane, he can figure out why he was on the plane. So, basically in this issue, he goes to a couple towns, trying to figure out who this woman is, and he was not treated very nicely, and he doesn't hold back at all in doing what he has to do to survive. So definitely suggest pick this up. Sorry, if I'm starting a rating system, I should probably rate every book, right? Duh. Iron Man, I'd probably give a 7 out of 10. Wolverine Max, 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10s are only going to be things that completely blow me out of the water. Like, boom! Lot 13, 10 out of 10. Go pick this fucking book up. It is fucking great. Still kind of, the first one was kind of slow. This one picked up. I kind of gave a short review on my last video. The artwork is like just penciling with a little bit of color, a little bit of like metallic color. It's just fucking great. I don't even want to tell you any of the story. If you're going to go pick it up, pick it up. If not, it's your loss. I guarantee you, you're going to fucking like it. It's written by Steve Niles. You can't go wrong with Steve Niles. He's written a lot of damn good books. So, 10 out of 10. My first 10 out of 10, go pick it up. Lot 13. A lot of comic book stores have ran out of it as soon as it hits the shelf. I know my comic book store, they don't even have enough issues to hit the shelf because everyone has subscribed to it. So, go pick it up. Nowhere Men #1. It is a Image #1. That's why I picked it up. It was pretty damn good. Basically, it's a bunch of scientists. They created this creature that they cannot kill. That's impossible to be killed. And then toward the end, they show some people that are basically being, what's the word? They're being, damn, I can't think of the word. Of course I can't think of the word. I'm doing a review. Why would I be able to think of English? They're being held against their will because they're sick. There's a word for it, and I can't fucking think of it, but whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it's very interesting. Definitely 2 parts of the story. I just want to show you a piece of the art. The art in this is phenomenal. This is the 3rd page of the book. That's the creature that cannot be killed. Fucking insane. Basically, you know how in reality, there's a bunch of idiots who are famous and rich for nothing just because either their parents were rich or they did some stupid shit on a reality TV show and bam, they got millions of dollars. Well, in this, the people that are highly sought after and have a lot of money and rich or famous are scientists, which, I mean, you know, it's kind of how it should be. People that make a difference in the world, but nowadays you just have idiots running around with millions of dollars and don't know what to do with it. So, Nowhere Men, I'd give a 7 out of 10. Not a lot happened. I definitely think #2 should pick up the pace, so we'll see what happens in #2. Definitely still picking it up. I enjoyed it. I liked it. The art was great. If you didn't pick it up and you see it this Wednesday, I highly suggest you pick it up. There probably won't be any left in your store, but that's just how it is around here. I'm not sure how it is in your town or city or country or island. FF #1, I loved a lot. Probably a 7 out of 10 as well. Basically, this just goes back and explains what FF is, what it stands for, how it came to be. And it's got some new members. Ant-Man, who really didn't want to be part of it until the very last page, because I don't know a lot about Ant-Man, but apparently he had a daughter who passed away. And when you're an FF, you basically take care of a school of kids who have powers, kind of like the X-Men. That's what it reminded me of, at least. And he really didn't want to deal with kids, but at the end, the Fantastic Four were able to get him to join. So you got him and Medusa, the Thing, but female form. I guess it's girl thing or woman thing. And you got Hawk Girl or Hawk Woman. I don't know. I'm really bad with names, so please do forgive. But it was good. Basically, just them joining the team. That's all that really happened. And the Fantastic Four explained that one of their members was sick, and so they're going to go to outer space, try to find a cure, and they needed some help to watch over. I think it was it's 100 years in outer space time, but it would have only been 4 minutes in reality. So they're like, look, just take our place for 4 minutes and we'll be straight. So that was that. Bedlam number 2. Issue number 1, 10 out of 10. Issue number 2, I'd give it 8 out of 10, only because not a lot happened, and it was kind of confusing, to be honest with you. But I am very excited. I will definitely be picking up number 3 and number 10 probably, as long as, you know, everything keeps going the way that's going. But 8 out of 10, that's pretty damn high. I don't really want to explain a lot of this either because I don't want to ruin anything. I highly suggest you go out and pick it up. Most of you probably already have. Most of you have probably been hearing the hype about Bedlam. And that's for damn good reason. So go pick it up if you haven't. Ghost number 2. Still confused as hell. I'm confused. I'll probably pick up number 3, and if I'm still damn confused at the end of 3, I'll probably drop it. I know I said last time for number 1 I was confused, I might drop it. 2, I'm confused, I might drop it. If 3 is like number 1 and 2, it's most likely going to get dropped. And I saw at the comic book store I was at today, at 2nd and Charles, they had an old Dark Horse comic called Ghost, and it had like Hellboy and the Mask in it, and I was like, so it's not an original, it's something that's being redone. So I might go back and pick those Ghosts up just to see what they're about. But the story is just very confusing. 6 out of 10. Maybe 5.5, 6 out of 10. And I finally got caught up on the Amazing Spider-Man. 695, 696, 697, and 698. I finally just got finished reading. And 698 was damn good. They were all really good. I guess I should just do a review on 698. Doc Ock is on his deathbed. He's dying. He calls for Peter Parker. The Avengers come and get Spider-Man. And they say, hey, he's asking about you. He's like, you know, out of respect, I'll go up and see him. He's been a nemesis for so long. I'll go check him out. And Peter Parker was like, of course he'd ask for Spider-Man. And they're like, no, he's not asking for Spider-Man. He's asking for Peter Parker. So he knows. And not only does he know, but he does something at the end of this issue that had me like, my jaw was dropped and I was like, what the fuck? So I'm very excited to see how Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is going to get out of this one. I know it's going to wrap up. We got 698, so we got 699, 699.1, and we're going to have 700 the last issue. It's getting fucking intense, and I've heard what's supposed to happen from the guy that works in my comic shop. And if what I've heard is going to happen is going to happen, Dan Slott is going to have some problems on his hands. And he already said after he puts out number 700, he's going to go into hiding for a while. He's already had death threats. I don't want to put any spoilers out there for y'all watching the video. But if what I've been told is going to happen does happen, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be a sad day for Marvel. And we'll see. That's all I can say. I'm not going to give any more spoilers if you couldn't get it from what I said. It's been a 30-minute video. I always try to keep it under 30 minutes. Normally they don't even reach 20 minutes. So I hope you all are having a great week. I can't wait to see you guys pick up Wednesday. My next video haul will be on Thursday when I pick up my comics. Probably not till late Thursday night, maybe even Friday morning, because I am going to see motherfucking Pentimento Thursday night up in Baltimore. Shout out to Mike, the best dude ever. This video's been really long. I really don't want to do too many shout outs, but I'm going to give them to my two main men. Mr. Fix the Smash, my boy Ben, you already know, man, as always, and also Cursive Man. Tony, I've been talking to you a lot lately. I might as well throw a few more out there, you know. The Costa DC Comics, always so supportive. I talk to him a lot as well on Facebook. Greco Fabulous, always funny as shit. Hippies Collectibles, always a great guy to talk to. Glad to see that my mind's going blank. I don't know what I was going to say. But, yeah. Why Not Art? Also, a big shout out to you, man. I love watching your videos. I love how you keep it real. You know, you giving your history of who you are and just talking about whatever's on your mind, and I really appreciate you doing that. Definitely give you respect for doing what you're doing and just saying whatever's on your mind. I always try to keep it that way as well. Because that's what these videos are for. They're not just comic book related. They're, you know, also about our lives and who we are and how I make videos on my floor with an unmade bed. Just because my bed doesn't really ever get made. I mean, you sleep in it, you wake up, you go back to sleep in it eventually. What's the point? It's made every once in a while if I know I have company coming over, but otherwise, it's always like this. Alright, y'all. It's been long enough. I hope y'all are having an awesome weekend. Awesome week. Keep it real. I hope y'all are good to one another. Stay safe, and I look forward to talking to all of you all. Thanks for the subscribe, the likes, the comments. Love y'all. And be easy. Till next time.